Hey friends, how you doing today? How is everybody doing?
Good
It
morning.
is Tuesday.
Welcome to the Ashes to Rubies channel,
Podcast,
podcast, live stream.
live stream. Hey, I just want to first start off by saying happy anniversary.
Thank you.
We have been legally married. In our hearts, we've been married for 30 years, but legally, we've been married 2002. So mathematically, I should have got my calculator. 2002 to so it's been 19 years.
Yes.
So I think in every fives there's like the wedding concept. So paper, diamond, gold, wood. What is 20?
20?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You have to Google that.
Yeah.
Hey Google, what anniversary is the 20th anniversary?
Here's a summary from the website.
Oh, no.
Modern gift. The modern gift for the 20th anniversary is
Platinum.
Platinum.
Okay, Google, stop it. I don't know what platinum is. Is platinum like platinum blonde? Like I get to buy you a platinum blonde album CD?
I'm gonna dye my hair platinum.
Oh my goodness, we could have
Next
so
year.
much fun next year.
Not true. I bought you a concrete gift. I never thought to look up and see what was for 19 years.
Is there anything for 19 or is it
Probably.
all in fives?
No, I think it's every year.
Really? I
Karen
don't.
says a ring. I'm all for that, Karen.
Oh, platinum. So
Oh.
platinum is a element.
Yes.
What is that element on the elemental chart of what is that called in chemistry? You have the
Stop it.
the chart of the periodical chart.
Stop it.
No, what is it called?
Stop making us look so dumb.
I failed that class. It was a class that I failed, but I studied. Like I failed a lot of classes.
School was
but there's
hard for
good
you.
reasons. School was hard.
Are we going to do a draw? Yesterday we announced that we would give away a book.
Somebody look up what the 19th wedding anniversary. Yeah, so we said that on our 1 year anniversary of doing morning devos, we would give away the book that we were
Platinum.
doing all year long. PT is
Platinum.
and so we said that we would do a draw for the book, and we put all the names in the bowl, the pottery bowl, because pottery is the new platinum. Or pottery's cool now.
The cool thing was that yesterday we had like at least 7 live listeners. That's fun.
So we want to give this book away. It is a brand new book, and the winner is on this day
Connor.
Okay, Connor, I will get you that book, and you are the winner of The Language of Letting Go. So we will give you that book at some point in the very near future. Congratulations, Connor.
Thanks for watching.
What else did you so today is the wedding anniversary. I feel like there's a lot of responsibility for the dude to do something. I was gonna say perform, but no. I know that, but to do to make your day to make your day, like it's almost like, is it like Valentine's Day? I feel that pressure right now.
Do you feel that pressure right now?
I do
Really?
feel a tightening in my chest, knowing that I haven't done
But you already made me coffee.
I made you coffee, but typically the last minute.
You make me coffee every day.
The last minute things that are available are null and void. So I would essentially take you out for dinner, probably to a steakhouse, maybe to the rib place. I cannot do any of those things.
I have pork marinating.
You
Does
have
that count?
pork marinating, yeah. Yeah.
What?
I feel like it's a disappointment.
You're going to barbecue it for me.
Yeah, I know. like any other day.
And I'll make my usual roasted potatoes.
I
and
feel
vegetables.
insecure about
Do you?
this day and my performance.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I apologize. But you did buy me a gift. It was a cement
It's for us.
match holder with a flint on it. And you explained there was a candle. We had a moment earlier,
Do you want to
and
get
it
it?
all made so much sense in our heads and in our spirits that God is this container and we're the matches, and God has the flint, and we're not able to light a candle, the light of God, without the flint of the matches. So God actually lights us up to be able to be a light to others.
Yeah.
Was that the concept? Like, it made way more
don't know.
sense in my head, and I have no clue how
I
much
said-
sense it's making to anybody right now.
I said that I bought it for us because I like to light candles, and it's cement, so it's like sturdy.
There's a little flint part.
It's
There's the candles.
matches.
Matches.
It's sturdy, and it.
It's a very fragrant candle.
I said, God, yeah,
It's
God's the
probably going to
container.
give me allergies.
We're the matches.
God's the container, we're the matches, and he's the flint.
Deanna, this is the candle you bought me for my
Oh,
birthday.
Deanna.
I know Deanna watching.
Okay, let's do our morning devotionals that we share with the world around us. And this is April the 27th. And it's cold, and for some odd reason,
Can I just tell
you're so anti-cold, and I'm all about cold and turning on the air conditioner as early as possible. But you have the doors open so you can hear the birds.
Can we just, for one
And
moment,
it's freezing.
because it's our channel, can we just talk about how we were going to go to a justice of the peace to get married, because we'd been living together for a long time and we had a 5-year-old child.
So that was my plan.
And
Let's get married. She said yes. All right, I'll make plans to go to the justice of the peace, bring my parents, maybe your parents, and that's it. Like, let's get married. I was trucking at the time and went away for 2 days trucking. And
you came home and I gave you a gift of a pair of dress shoes, and you said, "Oh crap!"
And by then there was 50 people coming to a wedding. Oh my goodness!
Everything was planned, and
What
we
a
had
nightmare.
a wedding in a restaurant.
It was really good. We had a wedding at a restaurant. It went really well.
Yeah, it went super well. I picked you up from the bar at 4:30 in the morning, the day of our wedding.
You know, we're live. That
Super
happens in
well.
addiction.
You should definitely marry. You
So-
should definitely marry that guy.
I guess it's too late by then to not follow through. But yes, I did call you crumpled up in a phone booth in the Byward Market going, I have no money.
4:30.
Can you pick me up? And I did make it to the wedding day sober. I believe I was sober.
Yeah.
Ish. Like I wouldn't have passed a P test. But for my state, I was.
So next year.
Does that make if you're drunk and anyway.
So next year, because our marriage is so different from what it was then, from what it was even 10 years ago, I feel like we should celebrate big next year.
Okay, big it is. Next
so I can
year,
start
I have
planning a trip now.
Okay, your plan. That doesn't mean no. The trip doesn't mean anything. I just want to say that when the alcoholic or addict or anybody with addiction, once you start, you can't safely stop, even if you're getting married the next day.
Even if you're
And
getting
so
married
it
in
was
the
by
middle
the grace
of
of
50
God
out of town
that
guests.
for some odd reason I was able to stop at 4:30 in the morning. So
That-
that is God's grace and God's mercy
Yes.
for the wedding day, because it wasn't my choice to stop, and I had no clue what was actually happening in me.
It's
like
true.
I didn't want to miss a wedding. I don't even want to
You've
be
missed lots of
hungover in a
weddings.
wedding.
You've missed lots of special occasions
And
when you were drinking.
I've left lots of weddings
Yes, you
because
have.
I was drinking.
Yes, you have.
Ah, I feel sick to my stomach now. So thank you for bringing that up. But
I just think it's amazing
That
that-
is what real addiction is. I'm
Yes.
not in control. I'm not choosing to leave the party. I'm not choosing not to show up to the party. I'm being driven by my addiction. And so that's the reality of what real addiction is.
I do like to think about it and to remember, because I find it just absolutely incredible that we're sitting here today
It's absolutely
enjoying each other's company.
incredible. Okay, so this devotional is actually called the Joyful Discoveries. All right, I just have to breathe that out. We realize we know only a little. God will constantly disclose more to you and to us. Ask him in your morning meditation what you can do each day for the man who is still sick or disconnected from God. The answers will come if your house is in order, but obviously you cannot transmit something you haven't got. So see to it that your relationship with him is right. The great events will come to pass for you and countless others. This is the great fact. And that is out of page 164 of Alcoholics Anonymous Big Book. Sobriety is a journey of joyful discovery. Each day brings new experience, awareness, greater hope, deeper faith, broader tolerance. I must maintain these attributes or I will have nothing to pass on. Great events for this recovering alcoholic are the normal, everyday joys found in being able to live another day in God's grace. Amen. So this really speaks to me about joy in recovery. And I remember saying, I was one of those people, is like, when I was in full blown addiction, I would always be like, well, that you can't have any fun without drinking. And then I realized when I got sober that all of those activities that I was involved in are drinking activities, and you're not going to have fun
If
where
you're not
there's
drinking.
and so I thought that was joy, but that's just having fun and partying and addiction. And so the real joy of recovery is actually being connected to God. And so I was reading in my Bible time this morning about Jesus, and it says Jesus being filled with the Holy Spirit and being filled with joy. And I was like, joy actually comes from inside with this relationship with God. And that's what we get to really thrive on, and life can be joyful. What do you have?
Well, I was just thinking, so we're reading out of an Alcoholics Anonymous reading, like, devotional book. And for me, I read it as emotional sobriety is a journey of joyful discovery. And it's true that, like, that each day brings new experience. And, a large part for me is realizing, oh, wow, I don't actually have to be controlled by the external circumstances. Like, this can happen, that can happen. The news can say this, and it doesn't have to elicit this, like, big response in me, because I have surrendered my will and my life, and I'm just rolling with the punches for the most part.
Well, and I think that's a great reminder is that this is a daily process, and not to go, I had this experience a long time ago and I found God and I found sobriety and I got back to my life. And so I think that what it's saying is that sobriety is a journey of joyful discovery. And it's like, I have to keep going on and having new experiences to have more joy. And so the joy actually comes from the experiencing of recovery in community, in fellowship, doing the work with others, seeing others get lit up.
It is nice that is like the joyful discovery of, like, working with others and hearing other people's stories and being able to connect with other people about, this journey and this work. It is joyful.
What's been bringing you in your recovery the most joy?
That's what I just said, of, like, talking with other people and hearing their experience and, like, realizing, I think even seeing, like, when something happens and I respond differently, that is amazing. When I know, oh man, I would have done this, that would have totally set me off. We had a conversation, what was that, Sunday? That felt, maybe it was like a difficult conversation just because, we were trying to understand each other and we were asking questions, or maybe I was asking questions and you were re-explaining and I was asking again and you were re-explaining, and you're like, oh, why are you being
conversation on the verge of road rage, maybe?
No, but that's the thing. Like, for me, it didn't feel like it was on the verge of road rage. And under normal circumstances, you are very strong in your opinion. And then if I am unclear or unsure, like, I will just back down. But then I feel like I've been shut down. And so then I have resentments towards you because you didn't hear me and you didn't listen. Well, I also didn't press into being listened to. I often wouldn't explain to you that, like, that this is important and I want to be heard. And it doesn't matter if I don't agree with you, and, like, just hear what I'm saying. Like, why can't you just listen? But I would usually just shut down and go in a different room and be quiet and feel upset, but not even necessarily even realize that all of that was happening. So that isn't what happened on Sunday. And so for me, that's a joyful experience to, like, go be able to, like, have this conversation, not necessarily see eye to eye, but not
so the joy comes from
shrink and shirk and hide,
So the joy comes from actually seeing you being changed and transformed on even the little things that would probably cause the road rage incident together. That it was totally diverted and no one got super excited. It there was an intensity a little bit, but we got to talk and share and be open and transparent.
And those were the two, like, for me, I didn't know how to live in the middle. I could shrink and shirk and hide, or I could road rage. I didn't know how to press through in that middle place of hear me, understand me. I'm going to, it's not necessarily even like advocating for myself, but just like speak up. Like just try it a different way. Don't worry about the response. Just keep trying. And because you're very receptive, like
I'm so
but you're
receptive.
just firm in your opinions, and so it's for someone who's not firm in their opinions, it's hard to come in the face of that. It's hard to discuss with someone who's super firm in their opinions. So for me, that feels joyful.
I think for me, my biggest joys lately is in my own life discipline, because like, okay,
You're very disciplined.
I would rather not to be, but the reality is it's actually harder not to be. It's actually easier at the time not to be, but that's the instant. But the discipline of getting up and doing a routine and looking after my physical and all that stuff is actually bringing me joy. But then working with other people and seeing them like receive a message that I've been given and the freedom that I've been given from it is just like, that's like it makes my whole day.
Fun.
Like to see somebody like with a light in their eye or like a lit tear in their eye is just the most beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Brings me joy. And then having a new car, would that bring you joy? No, that's happiness. See, there's a difference.
Do I have to pay for the new car?
Yeah, exactly.
That does not bring me joy.
Do I have to look after it? Yeah. All right, my friends, we are going to dip for the day, keep the peace and be of good behavior, and wash those hands. Just wash those hands. Oh, and wear a mask. Do all the things. We will check in with you tomorrow. Have a great